Hi, it's Pavel. We keep working on our simple Golang server application. As for the current state of the system, we have a server up and running. We have it configurable via environment variables. We have configured a loader for our needs, and we run from inside a Docker container. The plan for this video is to add a controller for the actual purpose of this application, which is handling the files resources in terms of some text or audio or video materials. I have created a group on /API/v1 path. This allows us to version our controllers. So in case of some breaking changes, we don't force our potential users to change their application in some short notice. But they can still use that previous version until it gets deprecated and removed, if so. So to get it started, we have a set of endpoints here defined. It's a basic root, which also includes some download and upload for the file content. And we have such a set of handlers that we still need to implement in terms of some response handling, and that's what we will do today. For now, it's all with placeholders, which just return the text saying what this function is supposed to do. It will be obviously implemented in the future videos. So to get it started, I have prepared some constants already. We will need to implement that map API response and the actual mappers for response types. So let's start with a type that will hold our data for response. And here we would need some item, which would be any type, as we could put here some serializable object or the text. We will have some status, content type, and potential error to allow us to handle the errors as well from this one place. Having that, let's implement the mapper function. Our map API response. It will need to get gene context. As for response, we will write here to some let's name it stream. And what should it contain? In the case of we have some error reported, we want to return that error data. It will need set status. Let's make it text plain for now. Probably we will want to handle it with some nice JSON message in future. And some content that we will print on screen in case of an error on a screen in browser or in a console for turtle or just as a response text. And if our handler did its job well, if we obtain some data, then it will depend on the content type, we will return something. And for plain string responses, we will just put it to text plain mapped from byte array type. We also will handle streams for application object stream, so the file content. For now, I will put here data as well, quite the same as the text plain response. In the future, that also will be modified, so we will return it as an actual stream. So I have some type here. I'm missing if, and in any other case. So for now is if we have application JSON response type, we just need to pass status and the item, and this part is mapped, so we only need to create that response structure to simplify the usage of it. We could just build that structure there, but having such wrapper functions will make it simpler, faster, and in case of more such controllers happening, we won't need to multiplicate the source code. So for the standard 200 answer, we just need to pass body and desired content type to return the resp type, and we will build it here as setting the item to body, setting HTTP status as default okay, and setting content type to the past one, and we will need to do quite the same for other positive answer, which is 201 create. Plus, of course, we need to handle the error codes. So starting with the first one on the list, 400, we only need to pass an error here, and we built it as resp with HTTP status set to battery request in this case, and content type to application JSON, and the error to R. So that will be printed here as a text plain with the string of error content, and the same for the missing types. We will just map the types here and here. So we have it mapped. We should be now able to run the application. So let's try to run our Docker Compose. We have the server running on port 7000, and if we call by turtle resources, we get the string that all just as expected. If we call something that doesn't exist, if we call something mapped because we have that ID item here, we don't validate it as for now. In the future version, we will expect it to be some specific type or such. For example, some unique ID format. For now, it's mapped to anything. And if we actually call something that doesn't exist, we should get a standard 404 page not found. So we do have some very basic, very initial version of such a REST controller. In the next video, we will build an inner layer for it and have some basic service to handle the calls. Thanks for attention, and welcome to check out the rest of the videos.